Hey there, this is Robin Norgren with Your Gifted Learner, and I thought I would show you what I'm doing in detail to prepare for our student-led conferences that are coming up this week. So I am a kindergarten teacher in a charter school, and I have been trained as a Montessori teacher, and I have a degree in business management. And so I have been a kindergarten teacher in the past. I've also been a Montessori primary teacher. And so my desire is to take those Montessori principles and bring them into a regular classroom setting. So here's what we are doing. When I first got wind of we're going to do a student-led conference with kindergartners, I very much decided, I'm going to start keeping back some really good projects that they're doing over the quarter so that they have things to talk about with their parents, because what will end up happening is, number one, they won't have anything to say, and number two, I'll end up having to do conferences with parents even though they've been told I am just there to oversee what's going on. There's supposed to be 4 sets of parents in the classroom every 15 minutes, so I am simply there to make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be going and that there's no crazy mayhem in the classroom, because it is my classroom. But as I say, you know how this goes, teachers. Am I right? Somebody's going to try to conference with me while they're in there. It's not going to happen. Also, I put in my note for the sign-up genius to come in. If you notice that there is no one signed up after you, please be respectful of my time. I would like to go to the bathroom. I would like to be hydrated. I would like to get some food when I need it, because literally it's like we have a half day and then I have conferences going on from 1:30 all the way till 6 o'clock. So can we please be kind, right? Because I will be firm but kind, but I will be firm. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you what we're doing here. All right, so each child is going to have a folder with their name on it. Sorry about that. And then they have a self-reflection card. Now, again, as a Montessori teacher, not super happy with this, this picture type thing. And even when they're doing it, it's like, And I heard later about another teacher who actually did it where she had them color it red, yellow, green, which was a brilliant idea. Because again, like I said, words like awesome, okay, needs improvement, like, I don't know, they don't really know what that means. Here's the other thing, is that when I'm looking at some of them, it's like the way they have decided to say how they are, it's like, are we talking about the same person here? So that's always very interesting. And I did mention in the notes when they're coming in, just so you know, it has been unedited. This is what they decided they are. They're reflecting on themselves. And so then in the back, they have, what am I most proud of, and one thing I want to work on. So she put, I'm most proud of doing math and listening. So here's the thing. She wanted to put here, one thing I have to work on, listening and following directions. So again, she's a very thoughtful girl. Some of the other ones I'm like, really? That's what you wrote? Anyway, let's go on. So here is the child's folder of things. So this is from the bulletin board. So you get to have a little writing sample and a cute little conversation starter. If I were a snowman at night, I would play hide and seek, so that's in there. There's several little writing treatments that I have been holding on to since January, so they can see the progression of the writing. So if I mention on the progress report, which I do actually have to do a progress report as well, they will see, how they're progressing, with their writing. So I've kept a few of those. We started doing what we call Writer Studio, so I kept those as well, because again, these are fun little things that they can show to their parents. It's always fun to look at the kindergarten drawings. And so there's a few of them. My friend and I, If We Rule the School, which is another super fun one. Yesterday afternoon, my favorite day at school, we get to eat Otter Pops. This was a group one we did. We do centers in class. We love to go to recess, and we like lunch. Yes, everything that I'm not a part of, basically. And then this is kind of, we did it like what we would call a graphic organizer, where they would write notes of the things that because they had to do their writing treatment on what if I rule the school for a day. Okay, here was another one. So as you can see, it's just basically fun little things that they've done throughout the quarter that their parents get a chance to celebrate them and see, how they've been doing, see that it has been an enjoyment, and also gives the child an opportunity to really speak on their own behalf about how their learning is going. So the parents will get this folder to take home. We also have something called a leadership binder, where every week we do a leadership lesson, and so they get a chance to look in there and see what we've learned and what because the students also have a little bit of drawing and writing and thought, capturing thoughts on paper, so they can see those. So they come in the classroom, the student goes through this with them. The student also shows their leadership binder, and then as they leave, because our charter school, and I guess most charter schools are like this, have a lot of testing rubrics. So there's probably like 5 tests that have happened in the last quarter. And so they get copies of those as well. And then I give them progress reports. So I basically put that in a folder so that's not tainting what this student is seeing. And then the parents take that home, right? Along with a progress report. And so my job then is to kind of look at those tests, see where there's probably some potential landmines, make any sort of notes on the progress report, and then if they have any questions, they can just call me or email me or whatever. So that's basically how I kind of keep a smoothly running student-led conference, because there's nothing like a kid who doesn't really know what to talk about. And then you end up having to fill in all those gaps. And I really try to take a proactive approach to that, because if my principal says I don't have to do a one-on-one conference, you will not be forcing me to have that. So anyway, like I said, it should be very fun. As you can see, I found some really awesome projects. That's definitely, I think, the key to preparing for a student-led conference, is just be very proactive of things that will just keep it a really fun experience as the students are learning to really advocate for themselves in their learning environment. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions about how I prepare for this, any questions about how other topics that you'd like to hear from a Montessori perspective in a Gen Ed classroom. And make sure to like and subscribe if you are interested in this type of material. Thank you so much for stopping by.